and Deng from the second heat. Joshua Azzopardi, 6:52, outdoors in Canberra. Oceanian champion last year, knocked out in the heats of the Olympic Games over the 1. William Reyes, European bronze medalist over 200 metres. Semi-finalist to the Euros, 6:62 this year. Kobe Hilton, second in the US champs. Equal third in Belgrade earlier on this season. His outdoor PB is 10:15 legally. Luke Hager of the Solomon Islands, national champion over 100 and 200 metres a couple of years ago. Thiago Prata making his international debut, PB of 6.6 on the 1st of Feb. Yodasinghe, national champion for 3 successive years over the 100 metres. And Dambrauskas, national indoor champion. National record in the semis of the European indoors. And Sika of Tonga, only 17 years of age, nearest the camera. So Azzopardi, Australia 1, Reyes, Switzerland 2, Hilton, USA 3, Hager, Solomon Islands 4, Prata, Brazil 5, Yodasinghe, Sri Lanka 6, Dambrauskas of Lithuania in 7, and Sika, Tonga in 8. In theory, the quick men here, Azzopardi, the Australian, on the far side, although his time this season comes outdoors. Hilton, second in the US champs in 3, and Dambrauskas will be second from the outside in the familiar yellow of Lithuania. Only 2 men guaranteed a place in the semis later on this evening. 8 non-automatic spots available. Lanes 1, 3 and 7 could be the ones to feature here in Heat 2. Now that looked as though, to the naked eye, as though it was potentially the Sri Lankan Yodasinghe. Cameras focusing in on Hilton in lane 3. I hope we don't get our first disqualification towards the end of what's been 4 thoroughly enjoyable hours. Rules are rules, I know. To the naked eye, watch third from the right-hand side. Yeah, lane 6. You can see him third from the left on the bottom picture. Still watching, still waiting. He had the illegal start reaction. Anything quicker than 1/10 of a second is illegal. I thought I saw it with the naked eye as well. Great. It's a faulty start rather than a false start. Yodasinghe can count his lucky stars there, because that was definitely an illegal reaction and you could see he moved. Anyway, great stuff. Azzopardi, Australia 1, Reyes, Switzerland 2, Hilton, USA 3, Hager, Solomon Islands 4, Prata, Brazil 5. Yodasinghe needs to pay a little bit closer attention at the second time of asking for Sri Lanka in 6, Dambrauskas, Lithuania 7, Sika, Tonga in lane 8. Top 2 coming back for the semis. Azzopardi in 1, Hilton in 3, and Dambrauskas of Lithuania in 7. On paper, the quickest. Well, that wasn't their fault, really. There was such a long hold. Some athletes went up into the set position, others stayed, and then as some went back down, others went back up again. It was like something out of a comedy show. It looked a bit like whack-a-mole, perhaps, all going up and down. It was almost like they were preempting the set. It never came. It was a long hold. They've actually been out there for a long time. They were warming up for a while as well in the opening round. So it just increases the nerves, doesn't it? Oh, you can't even imagine. Some of these men have travelled thousands and thousands and thousands of miles for 6.5 seconds. Right, Azzopardi in lane 1 for Australia. At home, I wouldn't be surprised if you've memorised this starting lineup. Azzopardi, Australia 1, Reyes, Switzerland 2, Hilton, USA 3, Hager, Solomon Islands 4, Prata, Brazil 5, Yodasinghe, Sri Lanka in 6, Dambrauskas, Lithuania 7, Sika in lane 8. Dambrauskas bouncing up in the air, Noah Lyles-esque. Trying to keep that adrenaline under control. Ready to go on the B of the bang, as the 1992 Olympic champion Linford Christie always used to say. Top 2 coming back for the semis tonight. They've waited an awfully long time now, these guys. Who's going to take advantage of that rush of adrenaline here in Nanjing towards the end of an enthralling opening session of athletics in a state-of-the-art arena. Well, at last, this time they are away. It's fairly even at the moment. On the far side, ooh, Hilton maybe, in lane 3. Yodasinghe was running well in the early stages. Hilton maybe. It's a bit of a blanket finish for the second spot. Wow, that was tight. There were nerves jangling all the way through. Hilton has been given that at 6.70. Perhaps the athletes on the far side joining him. Question mark over Azzopardi. Reyes, Azzopardi and Hilton in lanes 1, 2 and 3, maybe just getting dragged along by the American. But it's taking a long time to separate these guys. That was ever so tight, wasn't it? Wow.
There wasn't much between them in terms of their previous records, their season records as well. Yeah, they were all pretty much in a line. It's taking a very long time to separate them. Barely get any tighter than that. The fact that Hilton's come through so quickly as the winner, just with the naked eye, is surprised. Maybe he obviously just dipped it, but see Robertson there in the background just explaining his injury, but still lots to sort out here. Giving the officials a real job. You know, long morning of competition, now they're called into action, now they've got to show their worth, and now the results start to come through.
Well, it does indeed look as though Reyes and Yodasinghe, wow, he started really well, and then perhaps you could just sense Hilton on the far side from our angle. That's amazing, look at that. The first 4 all down to hundreds and thousands of a second. The good news is there are 8 non-automatic spots, so some of those may well come home at 6.70. So Yodasinghe was running well on the near side, up on Dambrauskas, but Hilton just looked as though by a whisker he might have shaded it, but my goodness me, that was tight.
Well, Hilton came to an almost kind of strange full stop as soon as he hit the line, which almost put his position in jeopardy. Ended up taking the win in the end. And Yodasinghe, of course, had a life earlier on. Just it feels like a lifetime ago now. We avoided the false start, the first false start that we had, the first faulty start. He looks to be making it through.
That's what I love about the 60s. Even the athletes don't know half the time when they've crossed the finish line.